Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm a Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I usually review and do tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup from AliExpress, drugstore, Walmart, various websites, you name it. I'll test it in my face. I'll pass the savings to you guys. So in today's video, I'm doing a life update. Chatty Get Ready With Me, one of those videos. And it's going to be long, I have a feeling, but it's future Elaina's problems, like Teresa says. So I'm going to be talking about what's happening with my husband's job, where we're going and where we have been, and what's happening with my channel, and what happened just now, if you can see. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell below so you get notification every time I upload. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 AM Pacific time, and also Sundays at noon I do live streams, and noon or 8 PM in UK. So like, comment, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. My social media is in the description box. And let's get into this makeup look. So this is going to be a sit down, get ready with me type of video. So recently Tiia did this and Teresa did this. And I'm like, it's time for me to spill some tea and just talk about some things that have been going on in my life. Although I'm very like, blah, all out. I never keep any secrets from anyone. And I probably should keep my, like I said, I should keep my pie hole shut. But I can't help it. So we're going to be doing some makeup. I'm not going to be saying what I'm doing, except for maybe a few things, and because it's just a chit-chat thing. I'm going to be using mostly the things that have been gifted to me by a few of my beautiful friends, and I love them to death, and they're all in UK, except for one. A couple of them. A couple of sausages are here in US. So I'm going to start with a priming, e.l.f. primer. And this is the one I have not used in the videos. I have used it personally. It works. It's not the opaque primer that I like, but it kind of works. So I did my eyebrows off camera, by the way. So I'm going to prime. So what's been happening, guys? If you saw the thumbnail, I'm kind of planning to do like a dramatic thumbnail, like, oh, what's going on? Because everybody needs a little bit of clickbait in their lives. What's the life without clickbait if you're a YouTuber? So I'm just blending this. Yeah, so let me start with a story, a little bit backstory. If it's your first time on my channel, I'm Russian. I immigrated from Moldova in 1998, and I married my husband, who's American, and we lived in Miami since 1998. We got married, and we lived there for like 13 years, I would say. And first, I loved it. I mean, what's not to love? Miami is beautiful. The weather is beautiful, but it's humid AF. And it's hot in summer. Because it's humid, it feels even hotter. I like to put primer on the low lash line. Anyway, so yeah, so it was very nice. But when we got married, we were both really poor and broke. I mean, who isn't, right? Unless you come from money. So he was doing some computer work. Why do you have hair? I have hair on my eyelids. Is this the brush? Anyway, regardless. Yeah, the brush is a gesso brush, so it shouldn't be shedding. Anyway, so yeah, he did some computer work just for the firm, for a company. It's like its long story to explain what he was doing. Something with like a tax or credits or something. So, and I didn't have a job first, but I was a fitness instructor. Yeah, I was a fitness instructor back in my country too. Like really unlicensed, unexperienced. In my country at the time, there were no regulations. You could just teach fitness classes and like nobody checked for any licensing. I don't think they had any licensing. Anyway, so when I arrived with a demo tape. And the demo tape had the video of me teaching. Anyway, this like has nothing to do with this video. I thought I was gonna tell you anyway. So they gave me a job in Bali Total Fitness, pretty much, um, based on that tape and by audition, just personality. So I got away, was getting a job with no license, nothing. And eventually I got all the credits. But anyway, just to give you a picture, I wasn't making enough money and I was working in McDonald's. I was working in McDonald's and then in the Bali Total Fitness upstairs. So it's like I would train people and then I would feed them crap downstairs. And I think all the workers in McDonald's were like giving me a shade and a side eye because I would never eat the food there. They're all eating because, you know, you get discount. They're like, why should I not eat that food? I'm like, I don't eat McDonald's. I grew up in different food anyway. So he did that for a while. So I'm gonna go into the beautiful Beauty Bay. Look at the packaging. I just love this bright pink. Pink, I love it. Thank you, Miss. I love you and I love pink, just like you do. So this is a Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette that she gifted me. I'm gonna put this all over my eyelids. I kind of want to do the halo eye, so I don't have to like explain to you a lot what I'm doing. Just kind of like whatever. I'm feeling reds right now, just because of Teresa actually. Anyway, so we lived like that for a while. We owned a house, like we bought a really cheap house for first-time owners. And then we bought a condo, sold the house because I hated living in suburbs, hated it, because I'm a city person. And yeah, I hated that house. I was very miserable there. And then I wanted to be closer to my friends. I had some Russian friends on North Miami Beach, so we moved to North Miami Beach. Just renting. Then we bought a condo in Hollywood, Florida. And after the Hollywood, Florida, we moved to, I'm going to Orange, same brush. We moved to, yeah, after Hollywood, Florida, we didn't move anywhere. We lived in Hollywood, Florida, and that condo for years. And then he said, it's time for me to chase my dreams, which is good. See, he wanted to be a pilot. Always. His dad was in the Air Force, so, and he knew how to fly, he just didn't have hours. You need to have like a certain number of hours. So he got himself a kit plane. Kit plane is something that you build yourself. Yes, it's very dramatic. My mother-in-law was still alive back then. She was terrified of that thing, but of course I have no self-preservation, like I have no sense of self-preservation. I was like, yeah, let's go flying. So I mean, he got the right wife that's not scared of anything. So we went flying together on that thing. It took him a while to build it. You know, he got it real cheap from Texas. I think it was in Texas, and we were in Florida, so he pretty much hauled that thing from Texas, like in a truck, in a moving truck or something. I think that's what happened. And yeah, so he started to build the hours. It was very inexpensive. I mean, it was still kind of pricey for us, but he needed that, and he built the hours eventually. And he got his first job in Miami, flying cargo in an old plane. But you know, that's how it started. So that's just to tell you, like, we were struggling for a while. Even pilots don't make enough money. And the fitness instructors for sure don't make enough money. So I'm just blending the orange and the yellow. It's a very pretty yellow. I'm like getting off topic, but anyway. So yeah. So he got another job and another job, all flying planes, like from smaller to bigger, making a little more money. And I got licensed as a hairdresser, so I was making part-time hair money and part-time fitness, group fitness. So it's kind of like two things at the same time. And he was doing flying. So, you know, at some point we were both tired of Florida. Really tired of Florida. I mean, we just wanted to be adventurous for a while. You know, for a while we've been thinking about it, and now like we got that itch. Like we wanted to move and wanted to see other things. Besides, he wanted to advance his career, you know, get some bigger plane, everything, and bigger pay. So there was opportunity in Istanbul. They got American plane, and they needed an American pilot because it had like American numbers on it. I'm just taking a smaller brush for the inner corner. I want to make it like a halo eye. So yeah. So we went to Istanbul. Long story short, it took a while, but they hired him. It was like a startup airline. They wanted to do charters on that plane, and they needed an American pilot to do this. And first it was nice and paid well, but then it kind of turned to a fiasco because they stopped paying. They had bureaucracy there. I mean, probably every country does, but they had a real hard time with that plane registering it. So they actually never succeeded to register it as for charters. So since they couldn't do it, they're what do you call it, investors, and they dropped out. And with investors, the salary stopped too. But the funny thing, they never told him anything. They just stopped paying. So we're like sitting there like, where's the pay? So I mean, eventually we figured out it's time to leave, and we took off back to Florida. And yeah, of course, we were kind of broke, and but it was an experience. Looking back, it was an experience living 1 year in Istanbul. And Turkish people are really nice, so friendly, so warming. I mean, they're like real nice people. I loved everything about it. I got a lot of friends in Istanbul that I still like keep up on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go back. It was a very nice experience. I'm just going through all the colors now, back to yellow. So yeah, so after we came back to Florida, it was like, so what do we do now? So he started looking, and that he had some connections. So eventually he got a job in Atlanta. In Atlanta, flying a small plane, but I know it was better than nothing. So it was very decent, I guess, the pay. So we went there, and it was another adventure. We were kind of getting a taste of adventure at that point. After Istanbul, I'm like, yeah, let's see how the city. So we were excited. I liked Atlanta. I liked it a lot, especially when we first moved. Everything new. It's like you figure out things. You figure out neighborhoods. We lived in Midtown. Midtown was real nice. I liked that it was urban. We lived in an apartment building there. The rent was so low in Atlanta. At the time, I paid $1,000 for one bedroom. And it had like amenities. It had a gym, it had laundry in my room. I mean, to me, it was great. I mean, he doesn't like a laundry room. But, I mean, for that money, I mean, in New York, you would never. So yeah, it was kind of good living for a while. And it was nice, but then we wanted, I guess, I mean, of course he wanted bigger plane as usual, and we wanted more adventure. So he was looking, and there was this job. My dream was always to live in New York because I felt like New York reminds me of Europe where I grew up, like a very urban, it's a city, I always loved it. I've been there once at that point, and I'm like, I love New York when I was there, and I want to live there. So he was looking, and he found the job. It was the airport in Long Island. We knew nothing about neighborhoods, nothing. So when we went there, he went for an interview, and I'm like, I need to tag along. I need to see what's going on. How did I get orange here? It's not right. I need to put some concealer here. See, that's what happens when I'm talking. I lose track of what I'm doing, and there's some odd orange eyeshadow here. So anyway, yeah, so I tagged along. I'm like, I've got to see. I got to see everything. I got to be there for the interview, and we got to see the rent. If you get hired, you got to be able to find the rent. So yeah, he passed the interview. Everything went fine, seemingly. So we went looking at places. I'm making a mess here. That's what happens when I'm talking. I need to be focused. Anyway, so he went. I'm just going like with a paper towel at this point. It doesn't matter. It all doesn't matter. Like Teresa says, that'll do. That will do. So yeah, we looked around. We didn't know any neighborhoods. We looked in Brooklyn, and we looked in Jamaica, like a Queens, Jamaica, not Jamaica, Jamaica, Queens. So, we decided to stay in Jamaica, Queens, because it was closer to Long Island, and I didn't want to be that far in suburbs. So Long Island was like, no, maybe not. So yeah, we went back to Atlanta and came back. We picked that modern building, Jamaica, and we lived there for like a year. The neighborhood was not the best, so eventually we moved to Forest Hills. If you're from New York, you know Forest Hills. Forest Hills was nice. There's a lot of Russians there, a lot of Russians. I've had some funny stories about Forest Hills and Russians that think that nobody understands them and talk. That's for another video. Anyway, so we moved a bit, like everywhere. He got another job after that, still in New York, flying for private owner. We moved to Midtown, and that was like my favorite place, of course, Midtown Manhattan. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in Midtown Manhattan? Except there's no parking. Everything is old. Everything is small. Old. Very outdated. So that was like a big drawback. So we didn't like that. I mean, especially him. He didn't like it. So eventually, he was looking, and he was tired, and I was tired of the cold and expensive. Everything's pricey. So he found his job. Yes, another job. He found a job in Las Vegas, and that was for another like a company owners. They need a few planes that they're flying for business. So he got that job. That job was like no health insurance. So that was like a big drawback. We had to buy Obamacare, and Obamacare is different from state to state, seemingly. In Nevada, it was terrible, just terrible. At the time, I broke my elbow in a bike accident, the other elbow. This was a long time ago. This was in Nevada. So, and that's another story. That's for another video. Anyway, so eventually we paid off all those debts because our insurance barely covered any of the surgery. It was kind of crappy. So anyway, so that was kind of a fiasco again. The Nevada. I wasn't into it. I met some wonderful people. If you guys are watching, I love you. And I still kind of watch you on Facebook and Instagram. Michelle and Danny. You are my BFFs from Nevada, from dancing past. I got into dance fitness there, like big time. Anyway, so that kind of went sour, and I was so tired of Las Vegas. I did not like it at all. Like as a city, as a lifestyle, did not like it. So I wanted to go back to New York. I was missing New York horribly. John didn't like much Vegas either, and our healthcare sucked. I don't know why I'm blending so long. It's in my nature to blend and blend and blend. And Teresa's probably sitting there. Can you please stop? Can you please go on? Go on already. Yeah, I'm sorry, Teresa. The blending must have happened. Alright. So, I keep getting an orange spot here. What is happening here? So yeah, so eventually he got back with the same company he was flying for in New York. Who would have thought? They hired him back. I mean, the guys were good. The boss there, I mean, the guy, at the time, he actually was very nice, and he took John back. We got back to a small old New York apartment. But I was happy as a clam. And for a while, we were both happy there, more or less. I mean, to be honest, John doesn't like New York because it's just old, outdated, dirty, and you have to have millions to be happy there and to have like everything modern and nice inside the place, and you know, the lifestyle is difficult if you don't make gazillion of money. I need depth here. I think I'm gonna go with black. So, so that's the second time in New York already. So, and, you know, it's like 2 years later, about 2 years later, for the second round of New York, he started to look again, looking for jobs. I mean, this is getting like ridiculous. At this point, we're thinking they're gonna think he's crazy or we're both crazy. I need a small brush. Ah, this one will do. So he started to look, and we're thinking like, where else have we not been? That the weather is nice, and we're tired of cold, so it could be warmer. And another condition, I want a city. I hate small towns. I'm sorry. If you're from small town, no offense, but I'm a city person. So I'm like, I need a city. So we're both thinking about LA. That's the only place we haven't been to that we kind of like thinking would be nice. You know, the weather is nice, dry, it doesn't rain. Oh, the black fallout. Fallout. So he started to look and he found a job in Santiago. Paid alright. You know, not the best, but it's okay. So he already almost signed the contract or whatever, the paperwork. And then a New York boss was like, wait, we're gonna move you to Los Angeles. That was the best thing ever. They actually had planes from the same company but managed in Los Angeles. So that's how we ended up in LA. There was actually a promotion. He kind of almost left the company and he got promoted instead. It's pretty awesome. But this was pretty cool. So this was a big move. That's when I started to accumulate makeup, because before that we're not like in a place where I could like freely buy makeup. So once we moved to LA, I was like, I need to start YouTube channel. And Misa was like right there in my face. I love Misa. I'm like, she inspired me. I'm like, I need to start YouTube channel finally. And my friends have been asking me, you know, how did your makeup? You know, will you do YouTube? And finally I did. Let's see how this black blends out. So yeah, that's how we ended up here. So this was very stable, this job. You know, when everything with the, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the C word here, you know, the C word pandemic. But let's say when this all started, the disease started, we were worried that he might lose. I lost my job immediately. The gyms closed. In some states, they stayed open longer and reopened. My gym reopened and then closed immediately, almost immediately, because, you know, California situation is real bad. Yeah, so I'm still unemployed, but John was like, it's gonna be okay. My job is secure, those people have money, they're not gonna shut it down. So that's what we thought. And one sweet day, a few weeks ago, during my Sunday life actually, he was like, I didn't want to tell you, but they're about to shut it down. I mean, I was like in shock for a while, for a few days. I was like completely like shaken up because, you know, it's scary. It's scary. Both of us unemployed, what we're gonna do? They're about to sell the planes. Like at the time that I'm filming now, it's been a few weeks and they still haven't sold the planes, but they're still threatening to sell one. Well, they got rid of one, and one of the planes that actually John is licensed to fly, that plane moved out of state already. So the other plane that he flies is a small plane, and kind of like they can't justify paying him just to fly that plane, you know. So they basically told all the pilots to look for jobs. And yeah, he's been looking. He's been looking for weeks now. I mean, it's kind of like it's not happening immediately, but he's been looking. So, I think all of this went down a few days ago. Today is what? 27th, Thursday, August 27th. The receipts and deleted tweets. I don't know. Anyway, probably a few days ago, he got this job opportunity. A few. You know, he's been applying, but he hasn't heard from anyone. So it's getting kind of scary because airlines are about to lay off a bunch of people. And when airline pilots get off, it's going to be competition in the house. So he got response from one guy south of us in LA. I mean, for the privacy, of course, I'm not gonna say any names or where it is, but it's like south of LA, south of where we live, airport, private owner. It's a different plane, the one he has not flown yet, but they'll type him. Everything's fine. You know, maybe just a little less money, and there is no health insurance. So yeah, for you guys that live in UK, when you hear no health insurance, you're probably gonna go, oh! Yeah, and I'm kind of like that too. But you can buy Obamacare, so we'll have to pay for our own health insurance. Well, at least we have that option, so we'll do that. So that was the option. And then a few days after he almost accepted that job, there's another opportunity. You know, I'm going to be blending this look forever. Why? Because I'm talking. You know, this is not productive to talk and blend, because it's going to be like a never-ending video. So there's a job in Arkansas. If you guys don't know where Arkansas is, it's considered south. It's like between Mississippi. Which one between Mississippi and what state? Louisiana? Tennessee, yeah. Tennessee, Mississippi, in that area. So it's kind of considered south, and it's very rural, very rural. I looked at Google Maps. I mean, when I saw Google Maps, I'm like, oh. But the plane there is amazing. He was dreaming to fly the plane. Why am I getting black here? Anyway, so he was like, maybe we can consider this. I'm like, you know, we are the team. So I said, you know, you can do whatever the best for your career. He knows how I feel about it too. And he knows I hate small towns. I mean, again, no offense to small town people, but I can't. I need to have a large city to be happy. I'm a city girl. So yeah, the black is not blended that well, but which black does. So what happened was, we were considering for a few days. So the last few days, I've been so stressed because this was the whole consideration of moving there. It just like took the life out of me, literally. I was not myself. I was just the thought of leaving the lane, going somewhere like that. It's like, oh. I don't know, it's not in my nature. So a few days later, he gets a call from the owner of the plane that's south of downtown LA. And they told him that they pretty much scheduled him for training already. So it kind of took the decision out of our hands. Like it was, well, you know, it's kind of like, it's scheduled, so might as well. So might as well stop torturing me with Arkansas. So we stayed here. That's a whole clickbait out of the way. Let me blend this a little better off camera because I'm having some issues with black hair, and I'll be back. Alright, we had a little technical difficulty with blending, and I decided to just shush and blend a little bit. You know what happens when you speak, you can't blend. So I'm going with a glitter glue NYX. I'm just gonna do this real quick and finish dialogue so we can move on to more stories, because I've got a couple more stories to tell. So the next gift, I just want to talk about the gift for a second. It's from my beautiful friend Anne-Marie. She's very generous. If you guys don't know her, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's gorgeous, and she's a gorgeous person inside and out. I met her in person when I went to Ireland, and I met her and Teresa, and I'm not gonna say any personal details, you know, for privacy issues, but she has family, she has kids and husband, and it's like she has this wonderful family. Like her whole family is very sweet. Her kids are very well behaved, so nice, so sweet. Such a beautiful girl. She has a daughter, and her husband's so nice. Like everybody is so sweet over there. And she gifted me like a bunch of stuff. She's so nice. Not just me. She gifts people stuff because she's just the person like that. I mean, everything about her I love. She's my good friend. So she gifted me the Focallure. She knows I like Focallure. It's loose pigment. I have a review on my channel up here. I'm gonna put the card. This is a color 07 Golden Peach. I'm gonna put this in the middle of the lid. It's very, very, very reflective. Nice. So yeah, I came to her house and met her. We had a wonderful day together. Yeah, I still regret not doing her full face of makeup on that day, but I think we're so busy chatting and just having a chatter that we forgot all about makeup. We just really had a good girl time, and our husbands had their own time separately. So that was kind of fun. It was great. It was a great day. I wish we could do this again, and Marie, I'm sure you wish that too. Maybe one day I'll travel again, and we'll all meet up in your house when it's safe to travel. So as you see, this pigment is really nice and pigmented. And same goes to a low lash line. Alright, let me finish with the eyelashes and everything, and we're gonna do the base makeup together. So I can spill some more tea. And you probably know what tea I'm gonna spill since you've seen some changes on my channel. Some changes just as of today. For the waterline, I'm using this beautiful Urban Decay very bougie pencil, and again, this is for my beautiful American sausage friend. If you're wondering what sausage means, it's our group. That's Make Me Up Missa. That's the Beauty Bay palette. Gift her. She is a big queen sausage. I call her Queen Sausage. Anyway, she has a Patreon group. If you don't know. And we're all her fans and we're her friends now. And she created the Facebook and the WhatsApp chat for us. And she's just a wonderful, very generous and sweet and kind person, extremely talented. So I'm gonna link all my friends' channels, Missa's and Teresa's and Rebecca and Rosie and Kayleigh and whoever I remember. I'm gonna put it all in the description box, like all the sausages I can think of right now, but I'm gonna try to link all of them down as long as I have space. So this is from Victoria, and she's a hot dog. We all sausages, it's just the name. But I call us American sausages hot dogs. It's my husband's thing, actually. His dad jokes. So I'm gonna put that. I have it already a little bit, but I'm gonna put a little more. So it's like a golden pencil. I'm going with a gold, orange, red colors. And I need to fix some blending and fix my eyes, and we'll do base together. So I'm just gonna tell you what I used. I used for mascara, I used the Bad Gal Bang. Can never pronounce this. This thanks to my beautiful friend Teresa Mulhern. Let me get you a little closer. So she gifted this to me when I was in Ireland. So we exchanged some goodies. So that was her gift, and I put a little bit brow bone highlight from Teresa as well. And this is Benefit Cookie, of course. I mean, what else can it be? And after that, we'll blend a little bit. I already primed because primer is nothing new. And primer is from my own collection. This is a Luminous Body Primer by e.l.f. And I'm gonna go with the foundation from Anne-Marie. She actually gave me a couple of things. This is LA Girl Pro Coverage. And this is in the color Natural. Keep forgetting what color I am. So I like to mix things, so I'm gonna mix. I never tried this mix before, but we shall see. Or maybe half, I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna mix this, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of cat rice. I think I actually did this on my life and mix them together. And cat rice is 040. Yes, I'm saying cat rice on purpose because it's just so tempting to say cat rice instead of cat rice. So blend these two together. I'm gonna use the beauty blender from by BoxyCharm from July. I still have August. I already have August BoxyCharm sitting. I just have to get to it. Okay, so color is pretty good mixed together. So what happened to my channel? If you see those pesky ads, I got monetized. Oh my god! Yeah, this is very, very exciting. Yeah, by the way, this Beauty Bay, what am I saying? The BoxyCharm sponge sucks the foundation. This is my probably like third or fourth time trying it, just to see if I like it or not, and I think I don't like it because it just takes foundation. Literally, I have to keep reapplying. It's just easier when it doesn't absorb. We can just apply it quicker because you don't have to go for more and more foundation. And this eyelash is getting into my eyeball. Yeah, the eyeliner is from my own collection. I just used XX Revolution eyeliner. Let's see, where did I put it? Anyway, it's somewhere on my desk. And oh, there it is. This one. It's like my current favorite eyeliner. And the eyelashes from Alter Ego. Alter Ego eyelashes are the bomb. So yeah, so I've been going on with my channel. I started my channel a year ago. Almost exactly a year ago. My first video is August 19th. And when I go back, I'm like, oh my God. It's kind of like everybody's like that. You go back and you cringe a little bit. Oh my God. It's awkward. And yeah, so first it was slow, of course. Like everybody goes slow in the beginning, and there's no engagement, there's no new subscribers, YouTube doesn't show my videos. Wah! You know, this kind of situation. My friends who subscribed to me helped me out. Some of my friends, even from Florida, I was like, can you please help me out? Reach them out on YouTube, on Facebook. And some of my Facebook friends helped me out. And it was for a while, like close to nothing, like no engagement, no videos. My videos weren't showing. Because I think the YouTube SEO, like it's kind of catch-22. If you don't have subscribers, it doesn't show you videos because nobody's watching. So it's not a popular video, right? So YouTube doesn't recommend it. When you're popular, it does recommend it because you get bigger and you get more views and you get seen more. So now, how do we get there? If you're a beginner and your videos aren't popular, so YouTube is not showing them. So like, how do you get out of that? So slowly, very, very slowly. So yeah, my friends subscribed, helped, and then I got some discovered by some people, I guess, you know, eventually people search for stuff. I did some Kara Beauty. I just messed up my eyebrow. I did some Kara Beauty reviews, and Kara Beauty is not a very common brand, I would say. You don't see a lot of reviews on YouTube, especially those glitters that are still dupes. I think when I did that video, I got some exposure because there are very few YouTubers that did that, and that kind of helped out because when you do videos, I think with something very unique, like very unique that not a lot of people looking doing, but a lot of people looking. So that's kind of a key that I've figured out. But it's hard to find that, you know. You have to find like a product that nobody is reviewing, but everybody's looking for, which is like try to find it, right? So all the beauty influencers, pretty much like review the same thing, you know. It's hard to find that. So Kara Beauty was one of those things that's kind of like people are looking for, but it's hard to find. And some other things like dupes, like Alter Ego and Focallure is not like very, very common. So I started doing that, and AliExpress videos got popular, and I got really into AliExpress. You know, it's like, it's a kind of hot topic. People criticize AliExpress, but I think Chinese makeup is not all bad. It's like not all bad. It's not like all of it made in some kind of shady factory with asbestos in it. It just like kind of silly to think that. So, but it's, you know, it's hard to find the brands. It's high quality. I think Focallure, I mean, they do have Focallure AliExpress store, but they have their own website. So I think Focallure is a good brand, like a Chinese brand. It's excellent. And I think Beauty Glaze is a good brand too, although with the whole fiasco with asbestos. But I kind of tend to like, I like to believe them, but I'm still not sure, so we'll see where the things go. I'm not throwing away my Beauty Glaze palettes, by the way. I'm just saying. I haven't used them, but I'm not throwing them away either. I kind of like, I want to, but I'm like, I don't know. Alright, so the concealer. I'm gonna use something from my collection. This is XX Revolution. I love Revolution. Revolution probably is my favorite brand. Like, I mean, I'm not a big like a brand name, big brand name connoisseur, bougie names. I'm more into drugstore brands. So, and this is a very solid brand. Everything that they do, pretty much everything is great, except for like maybe a few things from like maybe like I love Heart Revolution. Some things like or Makeup Obsession. They're kind of a little more of a towards like a teenage oriented. They're kind of a little cheaper, but overall they're usually very good. So that's a little promo, as if I'm paid by Makeup Revolution. It's like girls with joking during our Sunday life that, oh, Elaina is paid by AliExpress or Beauty Glaze. Guess I keep on pushing them. But not that I'm pushing them, I just like them. I mean, it's true. AliExpress is my brand. There should be a t-shirt that says AliExpress is my brand. Anyway, so that's how it started. So it was kind of going slow. Then it picked up a little bit, but it was like I would get 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers a week. Then all of a sudden I would get a few more, and then it'll stop. You know, it's kind of like a hit or miss. And then I joined Mrs. group, the Patreon group, and her Patreon group is the most supportive bunch. I mean, most of the people who watch my videos are Mrs. Patreons and all my friends. I call them all my friends because girls are wonderful, the most supporting, kind, wonderful people. It's like I always say that the like attracts the like. You know, it's kind of like if you're a fan of a person that's not known to be like a nice person, like maybe his fanship was gonna be not as nice either. I kind of noticed that, you know, it's like the like attracts the like. So Miss is a wonderful, sweet person. So that's why I think her fan group and Patreon group was kind of the same. You know, all those people are real nice. And I met a bunch of people through her Patreon group because she created us a WhatsApp chat and Facebook chat so we can actually communicate amongst each other. You know, she's like probably thinking, what else can I do for you guys? And that's what she did. And I think that's the smartest thing. It's the best thing you did for us, Missa, because, I mean, we were chatting in the comments in the videos, but now we could actually chat like our heads off in Facebook group and WhatsApp group. I cannot keep up with her WhatsApp group most of the time because I'm 8 hours away, 8 hours ahead, right? So when I wake up in the morning, I have like 200, 300 messages in WhatsApp group. I'm like, I'll never keep up with that. But then, you know, once in a while I get in there and I kind of butt into the conversation. And Facebook is a little easier to navigate because the girls, I mean, obviously Facebook is just posts. So kind of chat in the comments. And we chat on WhatsApp Messenger, like privately to each other too. Like Anne-Marie and I, we started to chat privately, and Teresa and I, we like hooked onto each other immediately. So I don't know, it's kind of opposites attract because we kind of like different things, but we like the same things, some of them. Like Teresa loves bright colors, and we both call each other parakeets. So like she's a parakeet and I'm a parakeet. And yes, I'm going to be applying this concealer forever for the same darn reason, because when I talk, I start to get real slow. You know, when I was doing hair in Florida and I had clients, the ones I really like my friends, when I did hair just between friends, like me and somebody else, it would take forever because we'll be chatting. But it's mostly like, you know, it's kind of friends, so they didn't mind. But I was so slow at the moment. If I was doing hair with friends, like forever, it would take forever. So it's the same thing. Like I'm chatting now with you guys, and this concealer is gonna be going on to my eyeball forever. But I like bright concealer, so I'll fix my low lash line because it's like, you know, blend it a little better after the concealer, obviously. And my deep dark hole here is very deep and dark right now, so I'll need to lighten that up. Anyway, so yeah, we chat a lot. So Teresa and I hooked up, and hooked up. Not in that way, we became friends real quick, and Marie too, and Victoria and some other girls and our Zoom queens. What all these chats, and all the girls are very supportive. Like, we started to subscribe to each other clearly because we wanted to support each other. And as I said during this video, I'll try to link either all, like as many as I can get the links off to under description box, all the sausages, all sausages as channels. All right, let's set. I was gonna do cream contour, but I'm so freaking slow. If I do cream contour, it's gonna take another 3 hours. All right, I'm gonna set it with Glow Illusion Catrice powder. So yeah, they subscribed, and I got a lot of subscribers out of sausages. The sausages, I keep saying sausages. It's your first time on my channel. You're like, who? Why sausages? I think Missa said something like once. I remember she said something in the video. I look like a sausage, and I guess I look like a sexy sausage. So we tried to. She started calling us sexy sausages, like her Patreon group, and kind of rolled with it. I love that. I mean, everybody liked that. So now we're sexy sausages. So all big bunch of my subscriber group base is the sausage base, and yeah, so we kind of refer people to each other from each other, so we help each other out. So I got to a healthy 700 subscribers at that point, I think. And I think at some point when your channel get a little bigger, YouTube shows your videos more, I guess. So it kind of helped out and started to show more. And then Missa jumped in and she started to say, subscribe to Elaina. She would always kind of pimp us out, as I say. And Missa, you're amazing. You really didn't have to do that, but you always help your friends. And me and Teresa and other girls, you're amazing. So she really helped us out. And my subscriber base grew to the point that I would say 2 weeks ago I hit 1,000 subscribers, and then the numbers started to grow real fast. I think something happens when you get 1,000. YouTube starts to show you videos more. So yeah, I'm now at 1,300 something. So I'm it's just mind-blowing to me that it's that many people subscribe. But the views I was still not getting a lot. So I don't know, maybe people subscribed and didn't ring the bell or something, I don't know. But I know a healthy amount of people, my friends and sausages, do watch. So if you guys are watching, you want to help me out, just watch my videos for a few minutes. It'll help YouTube to know that my videos are worth watching and showing to other people, But, slowly start to pick up. I wish I would get in a few hundreds per video, because I really have a big subscriber base, but for some reason I just can't get my numbers up. But regardless the case, the sausages are amazing, and my subscribers are amazing. They help me out with the watch time, because if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot, like Peter Mon says. On YouTube, to get monetized, to get those pesky advertisements. And you see, it's the way to make money, because as you can imagine, YouTubing takes a lot of time and a lot of money. Because buying makeup, I mean, for me, it's pleasure. I love it. But it does get very expensive. But I love it, I love doing YouTube. I mean, the camera, the lights, it all costs money, but it's when it's something that you enjoy, it's kind of yeah, you need this, So I feel this is part of my identity now. I love doing this. I just enjoy the videos so much. So for you guys, subscribing and watching helps me out, so I can make this a job eventually, because that would make my life, really. It would be the best life ever if we could actually make this a job and it would pay. And so when you see the advertisements on YouTube, that means that the advertisers place their videos on the channel, and YouTube is a mediator. So the videos go on your channel, the advertisers pay YouTube, and YouTube pays you. What kind of a fee, I guess. I don't know. That's how I understand it. You get some kind of percentage. So I guess the bigger subscriber base and the more your videos get watched, the more money you get. So hopefully my channel will grow to the point that I can actually start making some money. So what happened with 1,000 subscribers, I got it. But the hours, I needed 4,000 hours in each year. So it's like in each 365 days, you need to maintain. So if like people stop watching my videos, let's say, I would lose the monetization because, you know, advertisers need to make sure their money is not going to like a YouTuber is not watched, you know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, it makes sense. So I didn't get the 4,000 right away, so it took like a couple more weeks, and I was doing lives. I still do lives every Sunday, so if you guys want to hang out on Sunday, come over. So it helped, you know. Eventually the hours caught up in a couple of weeks. It's like, I think it was a lag. So today, this morning, I mean, was it today? No, yesterday. Yesterday, I saw 130 people, what am I saying? 130 hours were added to my channel, or 140, something like that. And I was thinking something wasn't right. It's like I knew I had to have more hours. So I guess it was like a lag, some kind of lag in the system. And finally they added those, and bam, I was 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. Enough for monetization. So I applied. I heard some stories that people wait forever sometimes. I don't know, for one reason or another. Maybe because of like a COVID situation or something. But sometimes it takes weeks. So I'm like, well, just my luck. It might take weeks. And what do you know? The next day, actually, I think it happened in the same day I got approved. Because I remember when I went to bed last night, like a midnight, because I was editing. I get to edit, and you know, it just takes time. So when I start editing, I stay up until 1 a.m., until 2 a.m. sometimes. So it happens somewhat after midnight. I'm using contour from Essence. So yeah. But I didn't notice. I was so tired and I was so sleepy. Just before bed, I'm like, let me look at the monetization screen and see if it's been monetized. So I looked, and I'm like, it looks different. It doesn't say pending anymore, right? It doesn't say, but what is it? What does it mean? What is this? A down blown moment. Like after midnight, nothing good happens after midnight. I'm gonna tell you something. So yeah, I went to bed. I'm like, oh, F it, you know, I'm just gonna go to bed. I don't understand what the screen means, like. So in the morning I woke up. I'm like, I told my husband, like, can you look at the computer and see what the heck that screen means? And like, it clearly says in the letters, like at the top of the screen, it says, congratulations, you've been approved for monetization, for YouTube partnership. I'm like, why did I not see this? Yeah, sometimes I need help. I need help to see where things are literally in front of my eyeballs. So yeah, that was like, I could not believe this. It took like less than 24 hours. So thank you, YouTubes. Thank you, YouTube's owners, Google, I guess, for approval, quick approval. So I guess now the journey continues, and my next goal is to get more people viewing, watching, so this can become a job actually, so I can make money. Because sure enough, I'm not making any money with the gym situation because gyms are closed. Alright, so this is another gift from beautiful Anne-Marie. So this is like a dual face sculpt. But this is kind of a warm-ish color, so I'm going to use it as a bronzer. Just to add a little bronze here. So yeah, so this is the big news for the monetization. So some people don't understand. I think a couple of girls in a sausage group are like, monetize, whatever it is, congratulations. But yeah, because people that don't do YouTube, they're like, what is it? It's not really clear. unless you get into this, dive into this rabbit hole and start learning about this, you won't really know it. So yeah, that's what it means. When you start getting, I mean, probably gonna be like a couple of cents, because obviously I'm not being watched a lot. So if you know, see the number of views per video, mine is real low now, so it's not gonna be a lot, but it's a start. It's a start. Okay, so what are we gonna do for the blush? Oh yeah, I have blush from Anne Marie. Anne Marie is like a wealth of gifts. You gotta stop doing this because you're spoiling me, and it's like I feel weird. Thank you, but I feel weird. So this is actually a Primark blush. Primark has some good stuff, you guys. If you are in US, you don't have it. Actually, they do have Primark in New York. I saw that in the map. I think I saw it on the map in Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure there is one in Brooklyn. So I think it's coming to US, but unfortunately we moved from New York, so now I don't have Primark. So yeah, blush. Oh, this blush is pigmented. It's really, really pretty color. Probably not the best color with this makeup look, but what the heck. This is just get ready with me video, and the makeup look is not guaranteed here. Missa on my nose, just the receipts for you. See that? I'm putting blush on my nose. Missa likes nose blush, and Tiia too. Girls like blush. I don't know. For some reason, blush. I like blush, but they love blush. I mean, all right. Is this enough blusher for you guys, or do you want me to put more blush on? Too bad it's not a live. You would be like, more blush, more blush. I'm like, simmer down, sir. All right. So I'm gonna use my, I think it's a gesso brush too. Yeah, it is a gesso brush. And I'm gonna use my beautiful friend Teresa's gift. It's like a set she gifted me with that bad girl bang mascara. Every time I try to say that, I have such difficulty. I'm like, I can't. It's just difficult. All right. So the cookie highlighter is the bomb. It's freaking amazing. I just realized a part of that set was the Benefit primer and I didn't use it. Oops, forgot. I like that primer actually. I do use it once in a while. Look at that. Look at that highlighter. Cookie never fails to amaze me. It's freaking unbelievable. So here we are, almost at the end of this long, lengthy, I don't know how long that's gonna be. I hope not 2 hours, because this will be excessive. Nobody wants to see me talk about all kind of SHIT for 2 hours. Come on now. Teresa is good at that, but I don't know if I'm that entertaining. All right, so for the lips, another beautiful sausage friend, Victoria, she gifted me the Urban Decay, the waterline that was from her, and the Urban Decay lip liner, because the joke was I don't wear red. I've been wearing nudes like before my YouTube channel. Like I just love nude lipstick with everything. And the girl's like, you gotta wear color, you gotta wear color, you gotta wear red. Teresa's into red. I'm like, I hate red. Red doesn't look good on me. Red is horrible. Red is like, no. And then I tried red. I'm like, maybe not. So now I'm like collecting all the colorful lipsticks and everything I can get my hands on colorful. But the lip pencil is a big deal. I don't have colorful lip pencils, so Victoria got me a red one. And Teresa, Victoria, this is for you. So I'm gonna line my lips. Of course, I can't talk because I'm lining, so I'm probably gonna fast forward this. So we have reached this moment that I applied lipstick off camera and I put on Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the color 118. This is called Denser. Yeah, I'm really feeling red. Girls, you are so right. And Victoria, that lip pencil, the Urban Decay lip pencil, is the softest, the most buttery, high quality pencil I ever owned. And I always think that all pencils are the same. It doesn't matter whether it's cheap or expensive. But I might just eat my words and I say quality sometimes means something. So yes, I take it back. It's not my best work. I think I'm not gonna, maybe I'll zoom in for a second, but the Halo Eye with the glitter, like the red and the orange, not my typical look what I go for. I kind of been challenging myself to use the color stories that I don't like usually, and to use the red lipstick that I didn't used to like, and I'm kind of like, it's growing on me. I really like this now. Yeah, it's not the best blend, but oh well. You got the story. So thank you, girls. Thank you so much for your gifts. You're all wonderful. I really love all the sausages. I mean, I just live to be in that group. I don't know what it would be like. A lot of us said that. I don't know how I would be without you guys, because it's just the best thing in my life now. I mean, except for my husband, of course, my dear husband, I love him. But you guys like brighten up my day in my life. And because we're all like locked up now because of the whole situation in the world, it made it even more precious and valuable, this kind of relationship and this kind of friendship. Although it's long distance, we're all itching to go see each other in person. And this will happen. You know, once they allow us to travel, once we save up some money for airfares, I want to go visit Scotland. I want to go see Miss in person because I feel like connection with her and other girls, and I really want to see her because me, Miss, and Teresa have been doing those Sunday makeup release videos, and I think we kind of bonded a lot over that and over everything. I mean, we just can't help loving each other, okay? So I really want to thank you, all of you guys, for watching, for helping me get monetized, for helping my channel grow, because without you, really, like, we would be nothing. So a really big thank you, because I enjoyed this so much, really too. So thank you, Anne-Marie, thank you, Teresa, thank you, Victoria, for the gifts. Like, I pretty much used the 3 people's gifts. And I know Samantha sent me something, and other girls, Miss and they teamed up, so that's coming in the mail soon. And it's like girls, you gotta stop. But thank you anyway. I love you all. So I have a question for you guys. If you still stay till the end of this video, I have a fly, and I'm like tired of the fly. It's the same fly. It keeps on coming and coming. All right, never mind. I'm like a cat with a fly. Where was I? So what would you guys like to see? Would you like to see more in-depth tutorials where I talk about like what brushes I use, how to place them, like a circular motion or the windshield wiper motion, like how I'm doing that? Or would you like to see more of a makeup reviews of certain brands? Like I love Makeup Revolution. I'll do a lot of Makeup Revolution reviews, and I have another haul coming. Or would you like to see more of a get ready with me chat, you know, stories, or like what would you like to see? You know, obviously getting hauls, like makeup hauls, is very expensive, so like you'll do it once in a while, but you can't keep buying because I mean I have no storage in my bathroom, a small LA apartment. So just let me know down in the comments what's your like favorite type of video. What would you rather see like all the way through? So I love you guys and thank you for being here. Please, if it's your first time, consider subscribing, help me out and support, and click notification bell below. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 AM Pacific time, and I go live on Sundays at noon Pacific time and 8 AM if you're in UK. And this is a fun time where we play with each other, like literally we tease each other. They give me challenges and make me do stuff and tell me what color to use on my lips and to use glitter on my lips, which is like, I don't mind. But anyway, so come to hang out on Sundays and like, comment, it'll help me as well. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here till the very end of this very long video. I mean, you're the trooper. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I love you. Bye.